Good morning to everyone, except those who are on vacation. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, or Dobry Dzień, as they say in Russia. First shave with Pedro Fiasco's legendary shaving soap today. This was in the package from Marian the Barbarian. Can you believe it? Still more soaps to come. This is Boysenberry. So the scent Boysenberry and teak wood, which sounds pretty good to me. Smells pretty good. I squished it, pushed it down to this into this mixed hardwood. I hope no rainforest was cut down in the making of this hardwood sort of exotic shaving bowl that I purchased from at Taylor Road Bond Street when I was there in London, and I had a platinum soap from them as well, which gave me a bit of an irritation, so I threw it away, or it's in the shower actually, and this one goes in instead. The razor today is my rather lovely Shave&Butcher. This is for barber's use. It's a full inch. What is it? Half hollow. So it's pretty wedgy. It's pretty thick, and you see the stamps on the blade and on the tang, and the scales are made by Niklas Gudmundsson, who also hones my razors. This is a lovely buffalo horn scale. The brush was a gift from Grey Dog. It's a boar brush. So we'll get cracking, shall we? Yeah, so Pedro Fiasco. Pedro Fiascos. So this is from Mariana and Evans, obviously, and I believe it's a low budget. I should read up on this. It's a low budget or economic. Low budget? He's got a nicer name for it. It's not too expensive, so I think. He's got two ranges. One is Ariana and Evans, which is a bit upmarket and new bases all the time and that sort of thing. And then there's the Shaving Club, which is, I get confused. Someone will correct me, I'm sure. But yeah, first crack at this, first attempt. It's a nice bowl. I'm glad I'm using it again, because it's a shame not to use good quality products. Speaking of which, I have way too many soaps now, so I will need to offload a little bit. Yeah, it's ridiculous to just sit on them. People should be using them, so do a bit of a den clean. Oh, this smells nice. So Boysenberry is a mix of berries. What is it? A mix of raspberries and blackberry, I think. I've never eaten or seen even Boysenberry. But it smells nice and fruity. And come on, agua. Don't smell a lot of wood, but maybe later on in the process I will. But it's nice, you know. I don't have a lot of fruity soaps, and I don't like to use them all the time, but sometimes it's a nice little change. This boar brush is cool too. Boar is kick-ass, I think. What do you think? What do you think of boar brushes? I guess it depends. They vary. I only have two. I have this one, which is, I can't remember, a Simogue knot of some sort. A bit more coarse, so nice scratch when you face lather. And then I have the one from Frank and Matti, which is an Omega something. Oh, super easy, already a really cool lather. I'll play around with it a bit more, for no other reason than that it's fun. That was perfectly good to shave with. Yeah, it really is. Should I add more water? I could. Should I? You know, big decisions in life. You can always add a bit more water. Apparently you can add too much water, but then you have to go really crazy, you know, to kill the lather. I mean, I get that with Williams mug soap, of course. I'm just painting in the last bit. I'm not even... That's really wet. Let's work it a bit. We're not even up to 8 minutes yet. And I usually think 8 minutes is a minimum to make a decent lather. Some people think that's ridiculous and annoying, which makes it all the more fun to say. Each to their own, right? So I haven't used this razor in a while. It's nice. It's might be my best looking razor out of all of them that I have. What's Matti Lindholm just now? He was talking about the angle of the shave. He's testing a Swedish razor to see how many shaves he can get out of it before it needs to be honed again. And you were talking about the angle from two perspectives. One was to have a nice comfortable shave, and the other one was to be able to use the to keep the edge keen. Or sharp. So let's see if that falls off by itself. It will, but it will take time. So I need 1.5 percentage points more water for it to be perfect. Come on, lather. Come on, lather. Here we go. Yeah, so basically, when you shave, you want to have the lowest possible angle, really. So if you have no angle, it doesn't shave. But if you have too big of an angle, you'll dull the edge, and it's going to be really uncomfortable. So what you can do is you can basically start with it flat to the face, with the spine to the skin, and then of course nothing happens, and then you gradually tilt it until it starts cutting. And as soon as it starts cutting, that's enough. You don't need a bigger angle, and you don't need to push. One of the things that took me the longest to learn was to have a light touch and don't push, you know, the least amount of power and force to the skin as possible. Yeah, this is a great razor, and that's all you need to think of, really, to get a comfortable straight razor shave. No force, as little as possible. If you think you have a light touch, make it even lighter, basically, and a low angle, the lowest possible, before, you know, it starts not to cut. That's your theory, and go slow in the beginning. Well, I shaved for a long time. I still go slow because it's easier to get a comfortable shave when you're slow. Plus, if you're in a hurry, then you've got the wrong tool if you're holding a straight razor. This is something you use when you have time and want to enjoy the shave. Yeah, that's basically it. Angle and pressure. Now theory is one thing, reality is another thing. You need to practice. I did watch a lot of people shave, and it's difficult to, yeah, I guess you pick up some things just watching someone shave, but you pick up a lot in listening to what they have to say. You know, experienced shavers, mistakes they've made that you may think you're not making, but maybe you are, because you haven't thought about it. So trying different things out is key. It's the same thing with lathering a soap. You know, you can do that in many different ways, but the basics are the same. Enough soap plus water plus agitation. Yeah, I guess one more thing with straight razor shaving is sometimes you want to make sure the skin is stretched, or you know, stretched enough. Not too much, but just enough so that the razor doesn't skip or, you know, bounce. So I've shaved for a long time. I still go super slow. And why not? You know, there's no shame in that. So I'm holding my finger here just to make sure it doesn't, you know, it's stretched enough. Yeah, that's good stuff. So I'm going to a concert tonight, pop or rock concert, a Swedish band that comes to town, and not a lot of bands come to the town where I live, not a lot of good bands. So we'll be enjoying that. Whole family is going. Oh, the feeling of this razor on the skin is magnificent. Oops, I think I got my nose. I haven't done that in a while. We'll see if it starts to bleed. So this is slightly concave, but it's not an extra hollow razor. And these kind of razors, you know, wedges and half hollow razors and that sort of thing, are different to shave with than really hollow razors. The technique is the same, but the feeling is different. You have more blade feel, for lack of a better word, with these razors than with the extra hollows. They make less noise. But I would say, you know, the skills involved are the same. So they're not easier or more difficult to shave with than the typical extra hollow razors. Just, you know, and people have different preferences. I like both, so I alternate. It's more like a massage with these ones compared to the extra hollow ones. Good. Nice shave. Really super easy to make a lather out of that, and I could have done it in much less time. I could have used much less soap as well. Nice scent, you know, a bit silly, whimsical, nothing serious. I can't really take a fruit scented soap seriously, if you know what I mean. Still, it's a nice scent. So really, really, you know, really a soap for a beginner in wet shaving to use, because it's so easy to work with. Aftershave today will be Lucido from the Mandem Corporation in Japan. It doesn't have a strong scent. It smells a bit like hospital. You know, the there's no, or very, I don't think there's any alcohol, or at least it's not a lot of alcohol. I think my nose was fine. It's just a scare. Now I can feel it, but it doesn't bleed. Really good aftershave. Good shave altogether. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon. You have a great weekend. And remember, stay sharp.